Hey, everybody, it's your girl over BT doing her thing here and just waiting in the city, waiting in the car for Mr. Thomas. But with P2G, we are going to always give you content that you can go on. And it's not just content because we have a concept to go with it. Also, we have classes. All right, so today I have a few things. My mind has been going and going. I'm going to give you guys a little while to get into this room and to file in. I'm just about maybe 1 or 2 minutes, so bear with me. I'm preparing because a couple of things are heavy on my heart, but it's not really about me. Just checking out some streams, getting some data, some information and updates, finding out who is being affected by the changes in this world. November 11th is a really big day for a lot of people in America or in the United States. From immigrants to natives or American Indians. Well, I should say natives, because American Indians are not Americans. Now let's remember that. You'll learn that on Sunday. But P2G is here to keep the community up to what's happening and how to deal with what's happening. But the first thing we have to do is we have to become aware. Now, you guys know we do Breakfast with the Thomases. You also know that we have live classes in digital financial literacy. That helps you all to grow. That helps us all to grow, not just you all, but we grow and build our safety and security in our income and manage all of our basic resources. So putting this out there, letting folks know, I'm just making a moment to go. Got a few seconds more, letting folks know what's going on. We're on right now we're streaming to multiple platforms. So if you're on Clapper, if you're on, here I go, I'm so used to Breakfast with Thomases. If you're on StreamYard, on our LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook, or even if you're on which one is that? Oh gosh, we have so many. Twitch, that's the other one. It's one I'm not used to being on. I want you guys to tap in and share. So I'm going to give you a moment to hop in on this information and start really getting yourself. Today we're going to be talking about November 1st changes. What does it mean and how do you get past it? And we'll also be talking about the shutdowns. So that's our conversation today for just a little while. Usually this session is about 15, 20 minutes. So it's the shutdowns, which by the way, this is like week 3 of the shutdowns and what that means. And November 1st. And that's a lot of people are going to be losing a lot of benefit. I've seen all kinds of streams online. I don't know how many of you have, but we're going to get into that conversation today. So you guys hop in the room, get in the room. We're only going to be on for a short amount of time. And this is for those who feel that they're safe. For those who feel like I'm working and so I'm good. A lot of this, you may not know what it's set up for, but what you won't guess is what we talked about months ago, like beginning of last year. We were telling you all to expect this year to go this way. Nothing to do with the elections, though, and everything at the same time. So let's talk about it. Let's see what's really happening, what's really getting down to it. So with the shutdowns. All right. So I'm LB Thomas. I'm coming to you. Literally coming to you live from P2G Networks on the road. I'm in my car. I'm waiting for Mr. Thomas and just out here talking to the community about your safety. How safe are you? We cannot secure one another if we have not secured ourselves. So first, it is upon you to find out or get new information about securing yourself. Because if you're amongst the ones that are working right now and you're just barely making ends meet, it's going to get harder. Because what happens is that while everyone else is getting affected, you're worried about the shutdowns and then coming into play in November, all the new rules for the big beautiful bill, like the removal or the reduction of SNAP benefits. That's food. That's basic food. That's nutritional stability or nutritional integrity that's being taken away from Americans. Um, and we've been told so many reasons, but the bottom line reason is that we keep teaching you all about the shift, the wealth shift, and that the economy or the dollar is starting to is losing power, losing it. It has to be crashed. Well, if people are still using it and they still have access to it, how does it work to remove the power so that you can shift them into something new that they'll now depend on? Yeah. So guys, we've been introduced to crypto as both, and this is by the government, not by me. Our people, the American people, have been introduced to crypto and cryptocurrency and blockchain and even stable coins now as a bad thing, from people who have had an agenda, entities that have an agenda. So the basic news in our community about cryptocurrency, the blockchain, and everything like that has been to keep us away from it. Before, we were told, oh, no, 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 it's okay, it's good, it makes millions. And this is after the people who told you it was bad and it was a crime and it was shifty and shady. These are the same people who benefited from it while they were telling you not to do it. So you understand that the information flow is very important. That's the first thing. What information you have and when is hugely important. So if you're the kind of person that kind of scared of things and believes in conspiracy, that there are conspiracy theories, there's conspiracies out here, and you were told by the people that you trust, by government or by bankers or by people who basically need you or need your level of need in order to exist. Well, this is the time it has to end. So let's get started with the shutdowns. The shutdowns have affected people, and we've gotten to understand, we've gotten away from the fact that we are connected. I think that people and then to themselves have really moved away from the idea of understanding how connected we all are, and how not only financially, but in all things, services, socially, everything is connected. And really, most of us haven't been taught how, or the pecking order of things when it comes to dependency on from state, from local, state, and federal. So what happens is we'll find that we won't understand that federal, you should have been very worried when they were shutting down the federal government. Very worried. That should have been a point in which you started to stop, not only think, but start to look for ways out, ways to get yourself together, to shore yourself up. Now, there's a lot of people, and I don't care what color skin they have. If you not this color, doesn't mean that you don't have it in you to think this way. I don't want to hear anything about that's a white person thing, that's a black person thing, that's a Chinese person thing. We are in the same boat. If you are in the same space, then you too, boo-boo, is what I say. Yes, you too, boo-boo. And if you don't recognize it because you got a good job or you got benefits or you have a contract, get that. The minute any of that, as soon as you have insolvency in some areas, it's going to lose integrity in others. And that is your household attached to all of it. Now, what happens is I need to bring it to my family out here, to people, a little bit clear. I need to bring you some clarity in our language, because we get all these, we get caught up in language. We get caught up in words we don't understand. I just need you to understand something. Little Bobby grows up, okay? Little Bobby grows up, told to go get a good job so you can pay your bills, take care of your family. Little Bobby does what he has to do. He goes to school, gets his skills, gets a good job, has benefits. Now, little Bobby was taught to do this job. His company takes on a problem. Oh my goodness, they lose funding and they have to cut back. Little Bobby's job is one of those jobs. So then now little Bobby doesn't have a job and he can't pay his rent. But he could find another job, right, y'all? Let's go, little Bobby. Little Bobby goes out there. He got skills. He got some experience. He out here. He ready to get started again. Little Bobby gonna go get another job. But now the problem is it's not one company. It's the entire country. And there's no work for more people. The competition pool is bigger, is thicker, it's harder. Little Bobby's likelihood to bring in a job that used to support him, his likelihood that used to support him is almost, it's literally like 90% not getting that. Now, even with that 10%, the economy has changed. The price of everything has gone up. So the job that he used to support himself with wouldn't even support him now if he was still working there. So what he's getting ready to have is already putting him at a deficit, putting him at a negative by getting a new job, y'all. I need y'all to really work with me here, okay? This is a lunch and learn for a reason. We coming together because we've got to start thinking. We got to be able to understand larger concepts, but in our language. And that's what P2G came here for, to be able to break down concepts so we can get on board with actions that help us as a community. See, because we out here thinking we okay. Services. Let's go. Now we getting back into the shutdown. Because you need to put applications through for stuff in offices that have to qualify them. You can't do that now. Banking, all of these things are connected. Your bank has issues. Your billing has issues. Your businesses in your neighborhood now have issues filing their reports and filing with, because that's all federal, y'all. Okay? Taxes are being held back. Now, we got New York saying that Governor Hochul's giving back funds to the people. She said it's a refund. Well, how they get access to your funds? Mm-hmm. Something must have been going on at the federal level, correct? So now they won't give back money like that's a loan. That's not a loan. And y'all remember this. When someone says they have to refund you, that's not a loan. So don't get the okie doke going, and when they come out back in the next few months when it's time for taxes again, and they try to take that money back. Don't do it. Don't let them do it. Y'all pay attention. So let's move forward. Like I said, we're going to talk about little Bobby in this little world he's going up in, that he's getting older in. Little Bobby can't save money, or so little Bobby thinks, because little Bobby was taught to save money in dollars, and dollars are going defunct. They're going to the negative. So that means that he has to do all that he can to make more dollars just to get the average of what he used to get. If he just wants to keep up, getting ahead is impossible, because now little Bobby has become what's called an indentured servant. Now, when little Bobby's income goes the other way, can he go? Now everybody goes, oh, he could go get service. He could go get some SNAP, get some Medicaid, get this, that, and the other program. We got those. America is locked in. Not anymore. Because as of November 1st, we are going to see, because of the big, beautiful bill, we are going to see a reduction in requirements that are put on people trying to keep or even maintain, if you qualify. So many SNAP accounts, food program accounts are about to close in November. And you can only be, if you're working, you can only be on, and this is, I'm just hearing about this, please. Like I tell everybody, don't take what I say with a grain of salt, and go take that and get the information. Do your own homework. Don't believe nothing I say. The goal of all of this is to give information to the community so we do our research, not pass on bad information. Got me? So straight up, let me explain. Right now, come November 1, you're going to have a lot of households thinking that they used to qualify, now no longer qualify. Your SNAP benefit will be cut off if you don't fit the new requirements. So before November 1st, you better be online looking to see if that is something if you already getting them. If you in the mindset that, look, I could go and apply, you got an application in right now sitting, and y'all know they take like 90 days, right? It takes 90 days for you to get the first food benefit, and you're already food insolvent. Y'all already nutritionally insolvent. Now, how you going to eat? That's why you went to apply, right? See what I'm saying? All these little government programs and stuff shutting down. All the subsidies are being modified. They have gone, the powers that be have decided to go through the all of our programs with a fine tooth comb and create qualifications that most Americans cannot fulfill. And God help you if you're an immigrant, because that's not available to you unless you are absolutely a green card, already holding a green card, and under certain circumstances have been cleared. And they ain't handing those out very much either. What can you do? Now, this is why I keep talking to people. What about, I haven't even gone into what is going to happen with Medicaid and Medicare program. That's ridiculous. We'll have that discussion on another day. But today, we're going to talk about what do we do, Miss Ruby? How are we going to do this? It's time to start thinking and stop panicking, or stop acting like it's not happening until you find yourself without food, without shelter, and in a systematic shelter that is created for people who are vagrant. See, you are actually being put into a status of vagrancy, and vagrancy is illegal. They can put you in jail. New pipeline to jail systems, and they'll start creating them as a way of your new social management for those who are not able to do for themselves. My love, that's not fiction. That's all fact. That is happening today. They're going to begin with they've already started processing the process for the seniors. Soon you will be locked into, as you get older, you will have to be locked into a place to be. You will not get funding to be able to maintain yourself at home. You will not be able to have someone, home health aid programs, home health aid process is going to be shut down. What's going on that all of this is a reality? Well, we told you all, AI and computers, AI and robots. But you can't have a society that just runs on, that has that running on them. They needed a way to position that. Prime example, I told you we would go back and we would touch on about a year back. Y'all take a look at P2G Networks TV and go take a look about a year back, just before, about this time, come to think of it. Remember the dock workers all went on strike? They were threatening a strike. It was a big thing. I remember that. We were talking about, oh, this economy, and they're going to slow stuff down. We ain't going to get nothing moved in commerce. Everything's going to be shut down. And then they came up with okay, wait a minute. Anybody revisit what happened? One of the biggest gimmies that was in that fight was they wanted a guarantee that that the companies would not replace them with AI and machinery. Y'all remember that? But the companies did not do it. That was a test. What had to happen, it couldn't happen all at once. The test proved that an instant flow or instant transfer would not work. So they created a system to break it down. You are in that system. It has been going on for a year. Yes. The transition of AI into these jobs is going to be just that, a transition. And you guys are going to get comfortable with it, because they're not going to just take things away. They can't do that. It creates a angry, we'll start getting together. We'll start doing stuff together. That'll happen. Well, if it's a slow process, it's just like boiling a frog. It's just like how you boil a frog. Sorry, I'm live. I can't take no calls right now. It's like boiling a frog, honey. How do you boil a frog? Well, you get in there nice and slow. You create a nice little jacuzzi. Put a couple of pieces of carrots in there. Let them eat it up a little something. Put a little seasoning in the water, moisturize that skin. Make them feel good. Make them get nice and tired. And you ease them into the boil. And that is how you boil a frog. You've been in the boil, America. Wake up before your legs don't work and you can't go nowhere except down. It is time for us to wake up and take action. But you can't just wake up and take action. You must educate yourself. You need literacy, proper literacy. We were never taught the financial system, so teach it to ourselves. We were never taught the system of building businesses, the legal system, the real legal system, the lawful system. It's time to teach it to ourselves. So you got to come in. Our next class starts November 6th. You want to get that syllabus in advance though. You want to make sure you got your membership in place, and when you're ready to start class, you're ready to go, because I run it like a college for money. We get started and we begin on day one. I love it. I got caught up for a little while in a series, How to Get Away with Murder. How about how to get away with freedom, true freedom, how to get away with your life. That's my course. That is what I teach. It is what we do as a community. If we do not come together as a community and educate ourselves through this, see, because we've done the whole standing on the street with your hand up and we fighting and no peace, no, you know what I'm saying? What is it? No freedom, no peace, and all the marching. And where has it gotten us? March your behinds down to a classroom. We have many groups of classes in this space. We got many groups of people teaching this. You need to learn not just the economy, but you need to learn the current financial system, the current one, not the one you were taught that creates a consumer and a consistent slave out of you and your money and your energy. The one that teaches you what the so-called wealthy tell us we got to know. And Mr. Thomas is coming, so our time is almost up. All right. Get to P2G. Our next class is November 6th. November 6th. I've been telling everybody November 7th. It's the 6th. It's on a Thursday. We always start on Thursday. We're going to have a lot of folks in class that November date. You're going to have to register beforehand and get in. We are learning about blockchain. We're learning about business. We're learning about DeFi. We're learning about trading. We're learning about how emotional intelligence. We're learning about how cyber safety actually works and setting up our technology and our systems. We are actually moving money within the classroom. You get to see it, feel it, do it without one bit of risk to yourself. But no guts, no glory. If you can't spend a dime, you won't make one either. So I tell everybody, P2G stands for pennies to gold. And if you don't get that, you can't get that, there's no way millions are in your life. There's no way financial stability is there for you. So if you are of the ones who are willing to take them steps and pull it forward, it's time. And the one advantage you're going to have that most, I know everybody's like, I've been to these programs, I don't understand. Don't worry, come on here. We hold your hand. We help you by hand. Make sure everything is set up. Make sure things are in place. Make sure the information has transferred over to you in a way that is practical, that you can use it. Because without practice, none of this is possible. And I hate, I would love to quote my girl, but I swear I can't remember how she said it. But the bottom line is, no guts, no glory, no activity, no money. You don't practice what you practice. You get the benefits of. But if you don't put it into action, you can't reap any benefits. You can watch us. I tell everybody in my class, I tell people, don't watch me get wealthy. Don't watch me stabilize myself in the time when the world is not stable. Don't watch me. If you sit in a class you paid your tuition for, you should leave with something in every class, and not just a mind full of anything. You should leave with something. So our process today is cash, crypto, gold, and silver. It has always been, and land. And we make it happen every session. Come to class. Go to p2gnetworks.com and go sign up for our membership. It is a monthly membership. It's 8 weeks in a month. And you come to class and you not only learn, but you activate and you put into place new financial processes that make you money in your sleep, that help you to create passive incomes regularly. But not only do that, You learn how to work them, so you never have to come back to class and start again. Because we know you know. And even more so, your wallet knows you know. Stuff that you can pass on to your family to actually enact generational wealth. And with that, I thank you all for being on with my lunch and learn. I hope you come back on because we're going to keep talking. We're going to keep talking, but talk is cheap. Class is where it's at. Come to the class and be in the labs, in our financial lab, because that's where the fun takes place. I tell people, I've never had more fun than working with money. See you soon. I love you much. Peace and love, and keep coming. P2G networks.com, and check out P2G Networks TV. We got lots of replays of different shows, different stories, and even some e-commerce stuff that you're going to be able to benefit you long term. Peace and love. There you go. He's back.